Where the hell is God right now? Well, I'm sure you've heard of this guy.
COVID-19!
COVID-19!
I blow the wind of God.
The wind of God
On you.
on you.
That's Kenneth Copeland, the multimillionaire preacher who claims that he needs 3 private jets to deliver the message of God because he doesn't want to be in a tube filled with demons.
This dope-filled world, and get in a long tube with a bunch of demons.
But don't you ever call him out on it.
You said that you don't like to fly commercial because you don't want to get into a tube with a bunch of demons. Do you really believe that human beings are demons?
No, I do not. And don't you ever say I did. We wrestle not with flesh and blood.
Copeland is asking God to destroy COVID-19. Well, why hasn't he? What's the holdup? By the way, God caused the plagues in the Bible. It wasn't Satan. So God's track record isn't looking too good. He's a lot more likely to cause plagues than to stop them. Now, there are a lot of people that are defying social distancing.
Aren't you concerned you could infect other people if you get sick inside?
No.
People who don't go to this
No.
church.
I'm covered in Jesus' blood. I'm covered in Jesus'
But what
blood.
about other people who don't go to this church who you might encounter?
All of these people go to this church.
No, but you're going to be in places where other people
I go to the grocery store every day. I'm in Walmart,
What?
Home Depot, all of those
But you
people.
could get them sick from what happens in
They
the
could
church.
get me sick, but they're not because I'm covered in his blood. Thank you very much.
And what's crazy about this is many of them are getting sick and some have even died. Now, shouldn't that be a clear indication that this whole faith in miracles thing isn't very effective? I mean, why isn't this proof positive that God doesn't exist? You know that if people were being healed, they would be giving God the credit. Why is it that whenever something good happens, God is given the credit, but whenever there's some kind of disaster, God is never to blame? So where is God? Is God in quarantine? To be fair, maybe he just can't understand Copeland.
Under which the Canadian office is Sigama. Det är vraiment on va brevet to cinemahan tatke. En und genyan dos dogsisik pukula namen vremenesto. Stellogla hamalana lelo lendile enkren in stelest karatak. The movement of the Spirit of
Oh my
God.
God. For those who don't know, I grew up in a very strict religious Christian household. And I remember that someone in our church got cancer, which of course was very, very sad. But at every service, the pastor would say that we would have faith and we know that God will heal him. And they prayed every service. People would lay hands on him, and the pastor said that God will heal him. We have faith. Unfortunately, the guy ended up dying. Again, very sad, but complete and utter silence. It's as if everyone suddenly had amnesia. The pastor was 100% confident that God would heal him. When he didn't, crickets. The cognitive dissonance here is mind-blowing. When it comes to those defying social distancing, I've had people tell me, well, just let them go out, that's their problem. But the issue is that it's not just those people who can get sick. They can then spread it to others, who will pay the price for their ineptitude. It's not just confined to them and their stupidity. It spreads.
What if you get others sick, though, who don't go to this church?
There's not one person sick.
How do you know?
Because I know I'm the pastor.
But how do you know?
Because I would hear about it if somebody was sick.
Well, you could be asymptomatic, sir.
You better not print no fake news about me or you'll hear from me.
You see, faith itself is a virus. When someone places their faith in God over modern medicine, then it results in disaster, not just for them, but everyone around them. This is because we live in a community, in an interconnected system, and we all have to work together, especially in a situation like this. We are in a situation where stupidity can truly kill.
The blood of Jesus cures every disease. Psalms 91, read it.
sickness, you could get somebody else sick if you get sick inside.
Well, what if you got it? You could get me sick.
So the irony here is that faith and belief in God isn't doing anything to stop the virus. Belief and faith in God is causing the virus to spread when those who put their faith in God over health practices go out, defy social distancing, and spread it. Everyone needs to do the world a favor and practice social distancing from Jesus. It's not 5G that caused this crisis, it's God. Oh man, now people are gonna be offended and gonna say, oh, but it is 5G that's causing the crisis. Heaven help me. I don't even know if I'm doing that right. I don't know how to do it. Now look, I don't actually believe that God exists and caused this crisis. You would think I wouldn't have to point that out, but the world really is that stupid. This crisis has revealed the incredible amount of stupidity that exists. Every day the conspiracy theories get crazier and crazier. It's gotten so bad there are even conspiracy theories about me now. There are people claiming that I'm hired by the rich elite to spread disinformation, or that I've been compromised, whatever that means, or that I'm a reptilian overlord. Now that last one would be pretty cool, I admit. What I'm doing is pointing out what should be common sense. What this crisis has revealed is that the Enlightenment was a failure to launch. Apparently, we're still living in the Dark Ages. It doesn't matter how hard you blow, God, faith, and miracles aren't going to save us. What is? Logic, reason, intelligence, modern medicine, and working together as a collective. So it's time to stop looking towards a God in the sky and realizing that we need to work together in this. People need to realize that the ideas of mainstream religion are very dangerous and affect other people. I grew up in a religious household and I was told that I was going to go to hell if I didn't believe in God. This is incredibly traumatic for a child and can result in mental disorders. I recently gave my stimulus check to a fund helping a man in another country who's facing possible death for not believing in God. Mainstream religion has been the cause of countless deaths, racism, the subjugation of women, and has set us back thousands of years intellectually. It's time to say that we have had enough. So let's step away from the insanity. Let's finally step out of the Dark Ages. Really, this place is a madhouse. Are you not sick of it? Is not the insanity driving you crazy? If you're sick of all this, then work with us to create a new world. We are a movement that is dedicated to creating a world based on logic, reason, and compassion. So let's spread something good, and that is information. Help us spread the word and create a new world, a world dedicated to positive change and building a better humanity and a better earth. If you haven't seen my video on why God is actually the devil, you should definitely watch it now. It's pretty good. We are engaged in a war of the mind, so help us wake up the world by subscribing right now. And if you enjoy my work, consider supporting on Patreon so I can bring you more content. My name is Morgue, and I am Hyperion. Ad Astra, to the stars.